Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Afternoon Gaming. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're hopping into the bloody, gory Catacombs 3D, also as you saw there, known as Catacombs The Descent, also known by many other titles, which we'll talk about a little later today. Here are the high scores that we have to beat. I think we can do it. This is a game, actually, so this is a game by id Software. It is a first-person shooter. It is arguably the first-person shooter that was ever released. I mean, it did have a predecessor, Hover Tank 3D, which also was like a shooting game, but it wasn't like from the first-person perspective of a dude just walking around who had an insatiable urge to shoot things. So you might have thought Wolf 3D was id Software's first-person shooter, but you would be wrong. This was released in 1991 by Softdisk, and it sold 1,000 copies. And this is a game that I have played before in my earlier days, and I don't remember it, though. It's been so long. So I'm pretty excited to actually see this one in action. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop in here. We're going to play the game on normal, because why not? And off we go. Now, if the graphics don't look as good as Wolf 3D, that is because they are not. This is an EGA game. So back in the DOS era, you needed to know the difference between Cga, Ega, and Vga. Cga was 4 colors, Ega, as you can see here, was 16 colors, and Vga was 256 colors. Way better than the rest. But anyway, let's stop yabbing and grab this scroll. Woe be to he that entereth my domain, Nemesis the Lich, Esquire. Alright, so the Lich is after us. He left a very kindly worded note telling us not to venture forward, but we ain't gonna listen to that. So we can shoot fireballs. We have an infinite amount of fireballs. In fact, we can actually charge up our hand into a nuclear explosion and then let it go. The only other button is really strafe, so we can strafe left or right. And that's pretty much it. There's not a lot in the way of weapons in this game. Here's a nuke for you, buddy! Oh, we one-shotted him with a fireball. So as you can see, this game is like very basic. My guess is actually that we will pick up weapons kind of as we go. Oh, there's an enemy there. Oh God, he's attacking us. Die! What was that? Some kind of like rando orc dude? What was that? I was trying to back up from him, but I think I was backing up into the wall. Like, hear that sound? Hear that sound? It's a wall. I like the way we have a little compass in the bottom. I like to imagine I mean, either he's got a really good strong internal sense of direction, or he's just wearing a little compass as a wristwatch, which actually would be kind of cool. You know, back in like medieval times when they didn't have wristwatches, you could just wear a compass as a wristwatch, and it kind of does the same thing. Only instead of being able to tell people what time it is, you can tell them what direction they're facing. So probably has a little more restrictive uses than a wristwatch, but whatever. You gotta put something on your wrist. Man, we had the aim of a stormtrooper there. We were shooting to the left and right of that guy. We could not hit him. All right, slaughtering these little orc dudes is fun, but oh, a room of potions. Yes, I will partake. All right. There's slime covering your walls down here. You guys really got to get in here with some bleach and CLR. You know what? You got to get the black mold before it really spreads, or you're just gonna have to regrout. And trust me, you don't want to be doing that. It's gonna take way too much time. A little bit of bathroom maintenance on your tiles goes a long way, and also in your dungeons. We have like 1 billion heals, by the way. Like, see down there, like under heals, I guess each one of those potions we grabbed was a heal. What are the buttons for healing? Use keyboard. Movement, so there's our movements. As you can see, just sort of left, right, up, and down. I mean, we could go diagonally if we wanted. We're not sophisticated enough to do that. And then, wait, fire and strafe. So wait, how do I... No, I don't want to quit. How do I heal? Wait, how do I continue? Oh, return the game. Wait, how do I heal? I don't even know. Does it just do it automatically? Like if I'm low on health, is it just automatically going to heal me? I don't know. And also, where's my health bar? It doesn't even tell me. I guess I have a face. So in both Wolfenstein and Doom, the more beat up you get, the more bloody your face gets. So I imagine this one's kind of similar. But in both of those games, they also showed you like a percentage. So you could like actually see how much health you had numerically. If you could just summarize, if you could look at my face, please, game, scan my face, and numerically summarize that on a scale of 1 to 100 in terms of how good I'm feeling, that would be great. Oh, where did you come from? I think he was hiding in one of those chests. So anyway, as you can see, pretty basic first-person shooter. I mean, it's, you know, this, as I say, is the predecessor to Wolfenstein 3D. So the technology that you're seeing on display here right now. Oh, where did you come from? These guys keep sneaking up on me. But this technology is what would later be used to create Wolfenstein 3D, which was id Software's first, like, massive hit. Like, Wolfenstein 3D was a bit of a phenomenon when it came out, and then, you know, if you thought that was a big deal, wait till Doom came out. Once Doom was out, it was like all bets were off. People were like, yo, the world will never be the same. From now on, 50% of all games need to be from the first-person perspective, with a guy holding a gun shooting randos. Because we did not realize we were missing that in video games. We need it bad. And lo and behold, many games became first-person shooters as a result. I mean, there's so many first-person shooters now, it's crazy. This game is relatively basic, by the way, so it's like you just kind of walk around, you shoot guys. There's not really doors to open. I mean, even Blakestone. So, Blakestone and Doom are both kind of sequels to Wolfenstein 3D. But whereas Blakestone took Wolfenstein 3D's engine, and so was kind of using antiquated technology, but then added in like NPCs and stuff, which is kind of cool. Doom went the other way, where they didn't really change the gameplay of Wolf 3D, like they didn't add NPCs or anything, but they really upgraded the technology, made a new engine, and on top of that, they really like amped the gore up to 11, you know. So like with Blakestone, you get like this incremental improvement of more features on Wolf 3D, but a similar engine. And with Doom, you get a more advanced engine and way more advanced shooting mechanics. And we all know which one was the bigger success in the end, you know. Turns out the action sequel, Doom, was the bigger success than the sort of light RPG-ish sequel of Blakestone. I mean, not to say Blakestone is not a good game. I played Blakestone a while back on my channel, so not that long ago. I should know this, because I was the one who physically playing the game, but I don't remember how long ago it was. A couple months at least by now, I think. But I enjoyed it. But of course, Doom, you know, Doom's just another thing. Oh my god. It's so easy to get stuck on the walls here. It's crazy. Let's kill this guy. It is fun to go back and try these EGA games, I will say. So, did any of you guys watching here? I know some of you guys are younger, some of you guys are older. But did any of you guys grow up with like an EGA computer? I remember specifically having an EGA 286 computer, and I basically, here, let's launch a nuke at these guys. Get ready for the apocalypse. Oh, there's only one guy left. Oh no, there's two. Kaboom! That was kind of anticlimactic. Okay, hold on. I think I'm gonna pause this game after this level and look up how to like heal and use the lightning bolts and stuff. Cause like, oh, I just pressed B. What did I use? Oh, I used a bolt. Okay, so B is for bolts. Probably N is for nukes and H is for heals. So hold on. There's a couple potions here, right? Or did I take them all? I can't even see. Okay. Oh, man. So when you touch a wall, you just stop dead. In Doom and Wolfenstein, you would like slide. I missed the fact that they didn't include that in this game because it makes it more tedious. I really want to try and nuke, but I don't want to just like totally waste it. So we'll continue walking around here. Also, is there a map? There's not a map. That is a big downside compared to Wolfenstein and Doom. The map, I think, is an essential feature of these labyrinthian games. Yeah, so growing up with the 286 EGA computer, oh man. Like, I remember, like, I just had to play whatever games would run on my computer. A lot of times I would just, like, have these, like, shareware ordering books, and you could just, like, order a bunch of games, you know, be like 20 games for $20 or something. Actually, I don't think the deals were that good, but you know what I mean. You just order a bunch of discs. The thing is, the like catalogs, they wouldn't show you screenshots or anything because there wasn't enough room. So they would like literally just list the names of games. So you'd be like Extreme Volleyball. I wonder if that's good. Or like Catacomb 3D. I don't know. Maybe that's good. So it's like you just order a bunch of games based on their name and get a packet of discs in the mail. after you sent like a check for 20 bucks off. And then you would just hope against hope that they were actually fun. And you'd hope that like out of ordering like, you know, a pack of like 20 games, that maybe 3 or 4 would be playable. If I had a VGA, so this was all back in the era when like the VGA 386 computer was sort of king. People would be playing Wolfenstein 3D, you could play Doom on that. You know, I think you could play like Warcraft 1 and like Dune 2, like the games I really wanted to be playing, but my computer couldn't run that. I remember like trying to run those games on my computer and just my computer couldn't handle it. My computer was way too weak. And I remember doing stuff to my computer to try and make it better. Like, do you guys remember like disk compression? Like you could, I don't even know if that's the actual correct name for it, but it was like you could basically zip your entire hard drive. So you could like double the space on your hard drive, and basically now accessing any file took twice as long because you'd have to unzip it. But it all happened behind the scenes. It was like a disk space doubler or something they called it. I remember having that on my computer back in the day. And all right, do we want to go left or right? Oh, we backed into the right door, so I guess we're going right. Right door is not the correct door, but the one to the right of our buttock, because I'm sure we went in butt first into that door. Let's try over here. I like how the doors just disappear. So yeah, you can clearly see like it's Wolfenstein 3D-ish, but it's basic. You know, it's basic. Oh my god. Man, when Wolfenstein 3D and Doom came out, okay, I said they were a phenomenon. They were like literally, oh wait, I'm in a guest room? What? Huh, there's like labels for like where I am. Interesting. So this is a guest room, now I'm in a side chamber, and now I'm in a short hallway. Like they could call it anything. Now I'm in the war room. Oh yeah, it looks just like every other room. Green mold on the walls, no furniture. They need to learn how to decorate their war room, man. Put some, you know, put armor in the corner, you know, statues of armor, put giant maps, put like, you know, little miniatures of the armies you're going to conquer, something like that. You know, decorate your war room, man. Be proud of your war room. But yeah, Wolf 3D and Doom, man, they were phenomenal. Whoa, the walls are just exploding. Oh my god, there's giant monsters. Nuke! Oh, I think I might have used the nuke. Oh my god. There's giant monsters. They had Hulks. They had Hulks. Oh god. They had Hulks on the employ. I used a nuke. I don't know if you saw. I think it shot bullets in like all directions, but it didn't really seem to like take down the big guys. I feel like the best way to kill guys is to just like spam spacebar and do this repeatedly, believe it or not. Anyway, Wolf 3D and Doom, huge phenomenon. I'd play to everyone's houses. Anyone who had a computer capable of running Wolf 3D or Doom, I would play Wolf 3D or Doom on their computer. I remember going to my uncle's house. We had like a family gathering when I was like, must have been like 8 or 10 or something like that. And he had a laptop from work, and he actually had Doom on his laptop. And he wasn't really much of a gamer, but he had it on there, just sort of, because Doom was so big that even people who weren't gamers kind of got it out of curiosity. And he let us play it. And so we were like in the living room, me and my cousins, we're like on this, man, it must have been like a 12-inch laptop back in the day. It was big and beastly, you know, like it wasn't thin like modern laptops. And it had like a liquid crystal display, which is like horrible for gaming. It kind of looks like everything's drawn in water. And every time the screen changes, it sort of gets very blurry. It's really hard to describe if you've never seen, it's not like modern LCDs, but it's, yeah, if you've never seen those like old school laptops, go check them out. And I remember we played Doom on it, and we were like, this is the best thing ever. Like, we weren't fazed by the crappiness of the technology back then. We were just like, we're playing Doom! We're playing Doom! It was, like, awesome to us, so there you go. Okay, I'm missing something clearly. I've slaughtered everyone in the white hallways. I have found no keys. Oh, wait. You know what? Some of the walls exploded before. So I'm going to try shooting all the walls that I can, and maybe maybe a path will reveal itself. That's something. Aha! Oh, there's a monster in there. Eat it! That guy sucks. He was literally eating the fireballs. Did you see him? He was like chomping at the air, trying to catch him in his mouth. Pro tip! If you encounter a hero in a dungeon and he begins firing bullets or fireballs at you, don't try to eat them. Simply run away. Trust me, it'll work out better if you just run away. Okay, that's not the way to go. Oh god. I'm gonna keep shooting just in case. Oh, there's other secret rooms. Look at these punks. Bastards. You little gremlin punks. Hiding in. Where are you hiding? The magic testing chamber? I don't think so, man. What is this? More bolts. The bolts are actually good. So the bolts are kind of like a machine gun. As soon as I press B, my guy goes all nutso and just fire bolts just spring out of his hand repeatedly. Now, you may think it's cool to be able to shoot fireballs out of your hand, but I can already think of some instances that would be decidedly uncool. Like, basically, the fact that this hand shoots fireballs so easily means that you don't want to be using this hand for any sensitive manipulation, if you know what I mean. You want to be very careful which hand touches what in your day-to-day life, and you want to make sure that right hand is never, never in charge of anything too sensitive, because if one of those fireballs goes off, let me just say that, these fireballs will kill an orc. So I hesitate to think what they could do to a full-grown man in the wrong position. So there. Oh, was that a secret door? Yes, there was. Interesting. I don't know about this whole shooting walls to find secret doors things. I mean, it's obviously so. In this game, there was only one button to shoot. There was no button to open doors. They obviously added that in Wolf 3D that you could open doors. It kind of feels weird to be like shooting walls to open doors. I don't know. I mean, I guess the context is they're like hidden rooms or whatever. So it's like you're using your magic to reveal them, but... I mean, okay, this is an EGA game. It had limits and stuff. The graphics are clearly not as good as Wolf 3D. But like, were they at the point where they couldn't add a second button? Where they're like, no, it's beyond our means to add one more button to this game. It would, the game couldn't handle it. Are you kidding? 2 buttons? What do you think we're programming? Where's the other guy? Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's eating me. He was clobbering me. Okay, but now I'm okay. I don't know how to die in this game, by the way. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I have like literally probably like 34 healing potions just like in my backpack. I guess they're being used automatically or something. But I don't know how you're supposed to die in this game. Not that I want to die. A dust-filled room had a nuke in it, by the way. And another healing potion. Anyway, not that I want to die, but it just sort of feels like there's not so much challenge in this game at the moment. I thought this game was going to be a lot harder. In the treasure room. Okay, we got to find the blue door. I found it before. But like now that we need it, it's going to take me forever to find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, never mind. I eat my own words. Alright, reveal what is behind the blue door. Oh, fireballs. Huh. Is anyone shooting? Are these are just, it's like aperture science. They're just random fireballs going about. I wonder, okay, let's say that id Software had the inspiration to make Portal after they made Wolfenstein 3D. Let's just say that like inspiration struck and they thought, huh, what if there's a game where you could like go through portals? Would it have been possible in the era of Wolf 3D, instead of making a sequel called Doom, would they have been able, using the 3D technology at the time, to make Portal? And of course there would be technical limits, so they wouldn't make the Portal that we all know and love from Valve Software, in modern times. But like, imagine creating Portal in the Doom engine, and you just, you make the best case, you make the best game that you can make using that technology. But like, would that game be fun? Would it be cool? Would that game have been like revolutionary? I wonder. It's interesting because I've seen 2D versions of Portal where people have turned them basically into a platformer like Mario, but you have the portal gun, and the game feels very similar, not the same, but similar in concept to the 3D Portal that was officially released. But it also feels like a game that could have come out like 20 years ago. It was easily done, it's just no one thought of it. And it almost seems like it definitely would have been a hit. And the idea of portals would have been just fine in a 2D world. Like, you could have played this on your Commodore 64s or whatever. Like, there is a version of Portal for the Commodore 64. It's a 2D platformer. And that could have come out. Like, there's no technical reason why it couldn't have come out like 20 years ago. It kind of makes you wonder. It makes you wonder, like, there's all these games and game ideas that like that come out in modern times, and there's no reason why they couldn't have been implemented like 20 years ago. Just no one really thought of it. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, if they had actually come out 20 years ago, what would games be like today? So it's almost like, imagine we could go back and we could take all the video games that have ever been released through all of history, and we could just shuffle around when they were released, more or less. And like, again, you know, if Portal came out in the 80s, it would be a 2D platformer, not a 3D game, because it would have to be limited by the technology of its time. But like, imagine we could shuffle all the gaming ideas around and just have them come out in a totally different order in like a parallel universe. What would the history of gaming look like in that universe, and who would get inspired by who to create which games out of order? You know, like, that is kind of a fascinating idea, I think. Because, yeah, I mean, you know, gaming history is a little arbitrary. It was just sort of based on whoever thought of what at what time. And that's fine. I mean, all history is sort of arbitrary in that way. But, yeah, I wonder, like, whenever I see a 2D Portal game, I kind of think, like, what would happen if this had actually come out, like, 20 years ago? Maybe it would have been just ignored. Maybe people wouldn't have been wowed by it. They would have been like, yeah, it's another platformer. It's pretty good. And, like, the idea of portals wouldn't have caught on like a meme the way they do now. And then kids nowadays, instead of making, like, the idea of, like, Portal and portal guns and stuff would seem like some contrived idea from the 80s. Kind of like a DeLorean time machine or something, where they're like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but, like, who cares, you know? And they're just on to something else. I wonder. Let's kill this guy. He was guarding all this treasure, this sweet, sweet treasure in his dark chamber. Does that refer to the lighting levels or the evil within the walls? Oh, there's another guy hiding in the dark chamber. I didn't see him because it's so damn dark in here. There's obviously no lighting effects in this game. The game couldn't handle it. If it couldn't handle an open button, there's no way in hell it's handling a dynamic lighting. Although that'd be kind of funny. Like, imagine this game was like exactly the exact same way it was right now. Doesn't even have a button to open doors, but it had like advanced particle effects or something like that. So like when you shoot enemies, like with this like crudely drawn fireball, you got like really interesting like particle effects and sparks and stuff off them. Exact same game, looks just as horrible as it does right now. I mean, I don't mean it looks horrible. It looks very crude by today's standards, but I mean, you know, as someone who grew up in the 80s, I enjoy this kind of graphics, but I fully recognize that most people would look at this and be like, ugh, these graphics are pretty rough, man. Pretty rough. And you wouldn't be wrong. You wouldn't be wrong. So, yeah. This game, by the way, okay, I have not talked about its name, actually. This game is called Catacomb 3D. What? There's a key right there. Oh, you sneaky Pete. This game is called Catacomb 3D. It's actually called Catacomb 3-D. It's also known as, let's see here. Catacomb 3D : The Descent, Catacomb 3D : New Dimension, and, oh, okay, interesting. Catacomb 3. That's it. There's no D. So it has Catacomb 3D here has 3 names, if you can believe it. And the reason it has 3 names is because it's the 3rd game in a gaming series, which is, oh, hold on, the Gate of Horror. Are we getting a choice here? Is this like a hub world? The Gate of Stone. I like the sound of the Gate of Horror because it feels like it's going to give me action. What are the other gates, though? We have the Gate of Slime Pass. I've seen enough wall slime. No, I'm not interested in that. The Gate of Tar. Let's go for the Gate of Horror, man. I want to be chilled to my bones. I want to like witness Cthulhu and like lose myself in the madness of knowing my inconsequential existence in an uncaring, nihilistic universe. Like I want like cosmic horror here. Like, give me the hard stuff. These orcs and hulks are easy. Give me the hardcore nightmares that will haunt my very existence. Oh, that guy's like hiding from me. Yeah, let's use a bolt on him. Eat it, orc dudes. Okay, these hallways look like they're made of tar. I specifically picked the Gateway of Horrors, please. I was allowed to choose my own destiny, and I wanted the scariest one with the most monsters to kill. Oh, there's bats. What happened? Did we collide? Oh, there he is again. Bastard, where is he? The bat-filled caves. Just gonna keep shooting, and if you get killed, it's your own fault, bat. Oh, there's more bats. They just explode when you hit them. All right. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, this is the third game in the series. So there were 2 other Catacomb games. There's Catacomb 1 and Catacomb 2, which were both sort of cave exploration adventure games. Oh, God, these bats are actually super annoying. Can you just die? They were cave exploration adventure games, but they were, I believe, top-down. They might have been side... Oh, interesting. Let's just go in here. They might have been like side-scrollers. I'm not too sure, actually. I had no idea that this game was actually a threequel to some other game. But apparently it is. I would have just assumed like Wolfenstein 3D wasn't the third game in the series. Although actually there were other Wolfenstein games. Huh. Was there 3 Wolfenstein games? Now I'm wondering. So if id Software called this Catacomb 3D partially because it was the third game, I know that Wolfenstein, there was a game called Castle Wolfenstein, which was a stealth-based top-down game. And id Software actually bought the rights to Castle Wolfenstein to make Wolfenstein 3D, and they had originally had plans to make it more of like a stealth game like Metal Gear Solid, but eventually just kind of morphed into an action game for them. Oh, you bastard! Die! Okay, this is me going as fast as I can, and here's the bolt. Okay, the bolt is faster. I was gonna say, I think I do a pretty good job, but the bolt is faster. Anyway, yeah, so there's prequels to this game. I actually had no idea, and I jotted down a note to like maybe check them out someday, because it would be kind of interesting. Like this is the prequel to Wolf 3D, basically, the predecessor. Would be interesting to see what is the predecessor to this. And actually, now that we're on the topic, I need to make a note to myself to one day play the Castle Wolfenstein game that was not made by id Software, that id Software bought the rights to so they could make Wolfenstein 3D, because I don't think I've ever played that, and it's sort of a 2D stealth Metal Gear Solid style game where you don't really have, you're really low on ammo all the time, you have to like hide bodies after you kill Nazis, and you're like trying to escape this prison camp, but it's like, you really can't last long in like a full-blown confrontation, so you gotta sneak your way out. It's basically the opposite of Wolfenstein 3D. Which is kind of interesting that id Software started wanting to make a 3D version of Castle Wolfenstein and ended basically making the exact opposite. But hey, they made a great game, so can't knock them. Can't knock them. For all their ups and downs, id Software is a cool crew of guys who really came up with some innovative stuff in their time. I think I said this once before. Yeah, John Romero once liked one of my tweets. I was at a gaming museum and I saw a computer that I think he used to own, like growing up. It was in the museum. So I took a picture of it and was like, whoa, so close to John Romero or something like that. And he actually saw that tweet and he liked it. And like, I was like, whoa, John Romero knows who I am, sort of, in a weird way. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool, guys. But, it is what it is. It's not really anything. Alright. I don't know where we are, by the way. I feel like we're just kind of wandering in circles. I guess let's go to the Gate of Tar this time. So the game has become very mazy. I feel like Wolf 3D and Doom really liked to put the player in mazes. That was one thing that I didn't like about Doom. So as much as I loved Doom and Wolf 3D as a kid, the one thing I did not like about those games, and I never liked about those games, is it's so easy to get lost. That was a lightning bolt, by the way. Here, we'll use one on that guy! A whole bolt just for you, buddy. And we'll nuke this guy! Nuke him! I used 2 nukes on him. What a waste. I feel like the lightning bolts are more effective than the nukes. Like, look at that! I killed him with like a third of a lightning bolt, and then I just shot a bunch into the wall, just for fun. But yeah, one thing I never really liked about id Software's level design philosophy is they really did make their levels like a maze. And like to contrast that, like think of a modern shooter. Even if the levels are a little mazy, there will be checkpoints telling you where to kind of go next. I think modern game developers have realized that putting like some games definitely won't do this, but many games will kind of give you checkpoints or like visual cues of like where to go next, because they've kind of realized that like people don't want to clear out a level of all the bosses, all the monsters, and then like spend 10 minutes wandering around looking for the one door that they forgot to go through the first time around. They just want to kind of be told, okay, if there's nothing left to do here, here's where the next place to go is. So like keep the action flowing, don't like needlessly What happened? I just go in and out of a portal? I think I did. Don't needlessly like waste people's time. What makes shooters fun is shooting. So what you want to do as a developer is try your best to create levels that minimize the amount of downtime between shooting as possible. And I agree with that. It's a more modern sensibility. It's like having automatic checkpoints in levels. That's just another thing that helps reduce redundancy. Like if you do die, you don't want to have to like wait to like, you know, load a game and like get back to where you were and all this stuff. You just want the game to like automatically load you back as close as it will let you go. And I think that's fair. You know, we have rarely charged our shot. So it's like the fireball, see the fireball here, it kind of looks more yellow. When you charge it and you nuke it, it goes red. And that's nice, but it just sort of feels like, what's the point? I don't know. What is the point? I'm totally lost now, by the way. I have no idea where I'm going. Black sticky fens. Oh, there's a monster. There's someone I haven't killed. Where is he? I think he's dead. Okay. Is he dead? Yeah, there he is. There's his tattered corpse. When you find She-Hulk, or when I find your wife She-Hulk, I'll tell her you say hello from the grave. That'd be a terrible message to get. Your husband says hello from the grave. I murdered him. And I ate his soul. So I'm some kind of crazed warlock man with like 1 billion healing potions. Actually, my healing potions are slowly declining. Ooh, another scroll. Here we go. In the labyrinth, follow the right wall until the X, then follow the left. Oh, God. I think we're in a maze, people. I actually kind of want to die, so I'm not going to pick up extra healing potions. Entering the access floor. Oh, we made it out of wherever the heck we were. Okay, so that was the gates of Tar. Forget about that. There's gotta be like a secret room around here. All right, let's try all of these until we die. The Gate of Stone. Let's see what's going on here. The dungeon. We're in the dungeon hallways. You know, as fun as it is to kill these like little orc dudes, I'll be honest, I'd be rather killing Nazis. I like in Wolfenstein 3D, like all the little like things they say. They're like Scheiße. They're like Lufthansa. Or whatever they say. I don't know how to speak German. I don't actually remember the things they say. But I know, I like listening to their little Nazi yelps as they notice me and then are too slow to stop themselves from being gunned down. Oh, there's a monster here too. Hello. Let's kill this guy. Boom. I think I left the other guy back. Yeah, he's been alive. He's just been chilling out watching me kill his buddy. So hold on, when I get hit, oh look, my skull is slowly being revealed. Okay, but then when I kill him, my health goes back to normal. I don't understand. I'll take it, but I don't understand. Okay, is this a hidden door too? Yes, these little weaklings. Nobody's gonna peel the skin off my face to slowly reveal my skull. Not without my say-so, man. Yeah, that was a decoy room. There was absolutely nothing of value in there. There's a big hallway there, and a door! A door made out of destructible rock. These guys can't even hit me. It's kind of sad for them. Okay, I'm not going to get that health, because I want to see what happens when you die. I think, you know, as fun as it has been to stroll down memory lane with this particular EGA game, I am kind of curious what happens if we do port this game. So my effort is slowly diminishing here. I think my wizard is slowly losing his resolve. He's like in here. He's like killed so many orcs that like he doesn't even know what the value of life is anymore. He's like, man, if I was an orc, a wizard would just kill me without even thinking twice. He's like, what does it all mean, man? When like life and death like come and go so easily for some. He's like got all this remorse and regret from like all the lives he's taken, all the like fatherless orc children he's like forced onto the world. He's like, maybe the real monster has been within me the whole time. Maybe it's not the nemesis Lich. I keep saying Lich. It's Lich, like the Lich King from Warcraft. I don't know why I'm saying Lich. It's like the most pretentious way to say Lich ever. Ah, the leash. Okay, we might actually die here. They're slowly peeling our skin off. Bolt time! Nuke! 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 Nuke the whales, man! Oh, we're out of bolts, we're out of nukes. Just kill everything! Alright. So, we have lost some skin. starting at the top of our clavicle bone up to just above our chin. It's uncomfortable, but you know, it's okay. My guy's okay. Oh God, but he might not be for long. See, now I kind of feel like there's some challenge. Like now that we don't just insta-heal after every encounter. Oh God, okay, they are revealing my skull. Oh no, my eyeballs. Oh, they're glowing red. Okay, I'm now a skeleton with an awesome haircut, and that's it. Woo! I like for the first time in this game, I actually kind of feel exhilarated. Oh God. Now I just have some hair floating above my head. All right, now I do need help. I'm still not gonna go back for it because I just want to see how far we can get in this thing. So here we go. Here we go. We have to play like way more cautiously than we've been playing. And just like spam everything. Oh no, we got us. All right, better luck next time. Oh, our villain was the Red Skull. Turns out we were Captain America all along. So he turned me into a skeleton. Literally until the last vestige of a hair comes off your head, you still fight in you. But then once that's gone, I'm sure a guy looks around, he's like, oh man, I'm a skeleton. I guess I'm bad now. By the way, we made it to the top of the scoreboard. As I promised you we would. Blew those wimpy scores away. Go ahead, Jay. Relish it. Relish it. What is Skull and Bones, by the way? Hey, it's Pong. They pulled this same trick in Commander Keen where they just sort of like let you play Pong randomly. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of redundant, you know, like they already did this in Commander Keen. It would have been kind of cool if there was like something else. Like, it kind of makes me think, like, did they only ever think to include Pong? But I mean, you can't knock them that much. It's kind of like fun that they included this. Although I will say, who gets Catacomb 3D, loads it up, and then like actively plays Skull and Bones? Besides the like novelty of it, it's like whoever actually really played this. I don't know. I guess I'm playing it right now, so like who am I to talk? And we're tied to the computer. There we go, we won. Always quit while you're ahead. I learned that a long time ago, guys. All right, so Catacomb 3D here. The first-person shooter that ever did exist, even though there were predecessors like Hover Tank of 3D and stuff. It is debatably, arguably, the first-person shooter. I think it's kind of cool. It's an EGA shooter. It definitely is way more basic than Wolf 3D even. You can like feel it while you're playing. Like there's just less there. I also kind of get why the guys from id Software are quoted historically as saying that they liked the technology behind this game, but they felt it lacked the fun and cool factor of Commander Keen, so they never really like followed up this series. Like I think there were sequels to Catacomb 3D here, but I don't even know if the id Software guys did it. Obviously, Wolf 3D was like their big smash breakout hit. And then after that, Doom, of course. And so they continued to sort of amp up the cool factor. First killing Nazis, then killing demons. It was sort of like they were like progressively looking for the more evil thing to kill. After you kill demons, where do you go even? I think they didn't even go anywhere. Like it was just demons forever, like Quake and stuff. You're always killing demons or something like that, or some kind of monsters. But yeah, Nazis to demons. They were like, let's just kill something that's even more evil. But they did it well. Anyway, I had fun with this one. I hope you guys did too. If you did, don't forget to like the video and all that jazz. I will be back soon with a new game. So if today was enjoyable for you, be back soon and we'll do it again. And actually, one last thing to mention on that note, as some of you may have noticed on my channel yesterday, I announced that next Friday we're going to have a live stream where we're going to be playing Broforce. So that's an opportunity for you to jump in and like watch me play live and comment. And actually have the guys from the Classic Gaming Podcast, Robert and Jay, are going to come on over. I've been on their podcast a few times. I haven't had them on the channel yet, though. And so I kind of thought it'd be exciting and fun to like have these guys come play some games with us. So it'll be an extra video next Friday. It's on my channel. You can check out the deets there. But yeah, you should tune in if you can. And that's it for me. If you guys have any fun memories of Catacomb 3D, feel free to share in the comments down below. But otherwise, you all take care of yourselves, and we will see you next time. Alrighty, guys. Peace. Oh, quit.